There we
Go.
go. 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, and my alarm goes off. It's 7 o'clock as we speak. Good morning to the L world. Good morning
Good
to the B
morning.
world. How are you, sir?
Good. I got my updated Peaky Blinders
I
hat
see
on
that. It's
here.
pretty damn cute.
Yeah.
You just have to shave it a little harder.
Yeah, when we have a rival gang that we don't like, we give them a nice shave.
Those are actually pretty cute. You know, the
Yeah, it was fun.
Peaky Blinders is definitely a great great show to watch. I mean, let me rephrase that. It's a great show to watch if you want to watch a great show and not watch something positive and uplifting.
Yeah, but it's so well made.
Yeah, it is. By the way, see the love your Calais County neighbor right there.
Love your neighbor.
Love your neighbor. Well, I keep trying, but you know, her husband gets mad, and it's just
Yeah, it can lead to trouble. Oh, I want to give a
Woo!
shout out to
Oh, you got a Toxic House shirt on. Nice.
Yeah, we got a show this
We're
Friday.
representing. Absolutely. Yeah. Well, you know, I have a Toxic House shirt too.
Yeah.
So maybe the next pound hour, we wear those shirts.
Yeah, and we can
with our suits, you know.
Yeah, we can give a shirt away too to our performer.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I need to hold of somebody and let them know they won the coffee mug, by the way.
Oh yeah, who was that? Do you have a winner?
I need to list it out and look at it, but I think that I found a couple of them that were sharing it. So Catherine Killinan is her name, and then super nice lady, and then Jennifer Johnson was sharing it, and but Jennifer comes all the time to play for us, not all the time. God forbid. She's been to help play us for a couple times, and she's gonna come back and play again, I think so. Thank God. I was trying to think of what I was saying there. But yeah.
So do we have anybody for Friday? We're kind of in the works with
I do not know yet for certain. I know Tony Jones had said that he would, but then again, he didn't confirm on the date on the time. So let me make sure that he said okay. And then I contacted real quick, ladies and gentlemen. I am Lonnie, that's Brian. I'm the L, he's the B, and together we make the pound hour. And you say, why? Because LB makes a pound, and that's what you got to call it. It's like either the bull hour, well, it's kind of is the bull hour actually. The pound hour is a bull hour, so there you go. Full bull crap that we like to come up with. So, but anyways, in particular, I got a hold of another younger gentleman here in town. He is what is his name? He is making it big right now in Nashville.
Oh wow,
Tucker Wetmore.
Tucker Wetmore. Now is he living here or is he in Nashville?
He's in Nashville, and I didn't know that. And so but him and I were talking last night actually, and he's in Nashville, and another friend of mine lives in Nashville, and she's a honky tonker, and she is a blast. It's Sarah Gail Meach is her name, and she has a couple of videos out there. So look up Sarah Meach and Google it, and you'll see a couple of videos. She was a good friend of mine as a kid, and she's kind of just made it bigger and bigger. And she's over there in Nashville right now making videos and movies, and not movies, but songs. So she's quite the singer. You just come check her out. But I contacted him, Wetmore, and I was talking about coming on our show or something, and he was like, "Oh, I'm in Nashville." I'm like, "Oh, wait, no, sorry. I thought you were. I didn't know you were that far away." But he's from Kalama, and he's a Kalama boy, and he super nice. Yeah. So I was
How
surprised.
old is this guy?
How old is he? Let's see here. Let me look. I'm not quite sure. I'm guessing less than 30. Hate to say that, but he has a porn stash like he's a teenager, but
really,
yeah. Let me look here. Tucker, I'm gonna find him because I know for a fact he might make it a big deal. Matter of fact, he is making a big deal. I just heard an interview with him on a pretty good station apparently.
Oh, like a Nashville station or something?
Well, no, like a news reporter. So
Oh, wow.
Tucker Wetmore, and I'm gonna go like this. I'm gonna go like this, and find my way back to you guys. I'm finding my way back to you guys. And burning love so hard. There you go. Tucker Wetmore. With
Interesting.
magnetic charm and melodic songwriting, Tucker Wetmore is striving to make a connection. He's always brought the dedication and drive to his work, and these days the work is sounding like a country star on the brink of a breakthrough. I
Oh,
don't know who that
wow.
is. But yeah, he just did a video, and I was paying attention to that a little bit there. But let's see, about Tucker Wetmore. Let's go with videos or music. I don't want to go too much about it, but yeah, he just did something with the NCASA, which is the college, whatever it is. I don't know.
Tucker Wetmore. So that'd be cool if he comes to town. And then there's Court Carpenter. He probably comes to town once in a while.
Yeah, I don't really know. That'd be cool though. To get Tucker or Court Carpenter. I mean, there's a couple of local people that are making it big. Court's making it pretty big here in the West Coast, I think. And I don't know if he's going back east right now with the Nashville scene or not, but
I don't know.
yeah,
I think
that'd be
I
great.
think
So
he's
we gotta
still.
write that down and get them on our show.
Yeah.
Court Carpenter, who we used to actually used to karaoke with years and years ago. Court Carpenter and Tucker Wetmore, which I don't never karaoke with, I don't think, but I don't know much about him as far as let's see here. As far as am I still on here, by the way? As far as are we on my page still? But we are sharing. Okay.
Yeah.
Dang it. Anyway, I was trying. It's hard to see that you're not on something. So
Yeah.
but yeah. So Tucker Wetmore says Kalama, Washington. He says I see the video here. It's pretty good. Sounds really good. I want to get wet more.
Is that what he says?
No. But then the song is something about getting wet. And I'm like, I want to get wet more, obviously with Tucker. Something kind of funny stuff. But I mean you can play those off all day long,
Oh yeah, he's ripe for puns.
He is ripe for the pickings and ripe for puns. Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. Brian, if you're ready for questions, I have lots of them. So
yeah, I just got a brief, like a 1-minute video, because people have been asking about the toxic house and all that stuff in the garage and how it got started. So I've got a video or just some snapshots basically of the first show, which was July 3rd, 2013. And it was called Go Third. And my son Keenan put it together. So let's see if we can get you a full screen here. Looks like we can't, but that's okay. Okay, let's go. Just some images.
Go down below.
Yeah, get you some images. Of course, it's not working. So there it is. That was a RV from these guys came in from West Virginia, and then that was we did the ribbon cutting, and we had 6 bands that day, and it was an outdoor concert, and it was pretty cool. People were hanging out, and somebody left a bass that's still here, a red bass. Yeah, there's a Sea Cats van, people coming in. It was a pretty good crowd. We probably had 100 people throughout the day, but yeah, it was wild.
Now, has Keaton seen your the Friday Night Lives?
I'm not sure. I'm gonna let him know. He's kind of the architect behind the Toxic House. So
well, you should definitely. I'm wondering what. Yeah, we need to get have him come down and play a song or two.
Yeah, it was kind of like a local Woodstock in a sense.
Or a set. Yeah.
Yeah, these are some good images. And the band from West Virginia, the dad drove the kids around the country, and they did shows across the nation. It was pretty good. And Matt Dalen played there, and he's gonna be playing at our place in a couple weeks.
Awesome. Hey, so where did Keaton find all his bands?
He used to just go online and well, first he went online and got to know bands because of his band. They'd promote each other, and then he put the Go Third together, and everybody wanted to sign up, so he had no trouble getting bands. And the Sea Cats played, and Toxic Underground. They had an album out, and it was pretty cool. And the West Virginia guys said, we're coming from Seattle to Portland around that time. Can we stop by? So we had them come over, and it was cool. And there was a Canadian band, and
Well, I bet you, I know that we're not really looking to have a punk re- revival show for the Friday Night Live, different kind of crowd, but it is a variety show, and I wouldn't mind having somebody on there
Yeah.
from that genre or whatever. But either way, it'd be great if Keenan wanted to. If we talked to Keenan and asked him if he could find some more bands for us here locally,
yeah.
not find them for us, but we knew of some that we could utilize and have on our show. That'd be great. We do need some younger people anyway. So, and they've got so many friends that are musicians. It's like, they gotta know somebody who's gonna want to be on there.
Yeah. Well, it's an intimate setting. It's not, there's no
Yeah,
pressure.
for sure, for certain. Yeah, they've only got an hour, so or not
Yeah.
even, less than an hour, but it's
Yeah. It's a little tough right now because nobody's really traveling with the band thing, but there's a few local and then some Seattle. And then the Sea Cats would be nice because they're not punk at all. They're melodic, sweet, funny music. They're called funny rock. So, they're a
well, you have to
Kelso
ask
band
him
too.
then.
What?
Yeah, you have to ask him then
Yeah.
if he's interested. Yeah, definitely send him one of the videos. Matter of fact, we need to record and chop up and put somewhere.
Yeah.
Good ones, for a best of type thing so far. It'd be
Yeah.
good.
Have you
It'd be
had
good.
any luck getting that downloaded?
No, and I don't know why, and it sucks. I've tried and tried and tried, and I'll even try again when I get this today. I'll try some more, but
Yeah.
I just don't know why in particular. It's like that original one disappeared somehow.
Yeah. If you can find the original.
Yeah, because that's just weird, But I mean, because I get on through all of them I can find, and it's not the original,
Yeah.
or it's not doesn't have that option to download. So we need that. But anyways, Brian, question for you. Do you have any tattoos?
No. I do have a
I-
smallpox scar that's pretty cool. It's round with a bunch of holes around the edge. Thought about making it into like a yin and yang thing because it's got the circle already made.
Well, there you go.
No tattoos.
Yeah. Do you believe in it as a spiritual issue or?
No, I just am not into it, but I like tattoos. Anybody that has them, I like to look at them. Well, we looked at our friend Riley. He had a bunch of cool ones on his legs, and so
Yeah. Yeah. He said he's got 17 of it at the moment.
yeah.
Well, I didn't see that many, but I don't want to either.
Yeah.
But it's cool. I mean, people like it. It becomes a torturous S&M type thing. You actually enjoy the needle going in, needle going out.
Yeah.
You
My
just
my sons have tattoos. They both do.
Yeah. What's Keaton's tattoo? I know Carson's got
He's
one.
got some really cool ones. I can't remember right exactly what they are, but he has some really cool artistic stuff. And Carson has several. And he had a friend that made one, a gal that did one of his Cloud Sesh. He has Cloud Sesh on his neck because he didn't ever want to give up.
Yeah,
So
well, good.
I told him the rest of his life he has to have something going with Cloud Sesh because it's on his neck. So
there you go. Well, yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, he could like the other day, the Thailand, they're selling skateboards a lot. So
yeah, I like that. I got to talk to him about that.
yeah, and I'll be over there soon enough. I have to be. I've got it set in my head. I went and got a vaccine. I went and got my app passport, and I'm out of the States, baby. I'm out of here. Psh.
What now? When are you doing that?
I don't know. You know, the whole thing was supposed to go in June and take Mary somewhere, and I don't know when it's going to happen now, because I want to go to Italy and get a house over there and stuff, but now Italy's still shut down. They shut them down again.
Oh,
This
it's getting
pandemic
worse.
is,
Yeah, it's getting bad.
it's just, yeah, it's just got to get. Although I'll tell you, folks, because it's pandemic day 5012, I do believe. Anyways, but in Oregon today, they had more. The rates gone up. However, they had 0 deaths today or yesterday.
Where at?
Oregon.
Yeah, Oregon had no deaths, so that was pretty wild.
That's pretty cool, I think. I mean, I don't care if you get the COVID. I just don't want you to die, you know?
Yeah, I was amazed by that. So I don't know what they're doing, but it seems to be working. It's probably people complaining about them taking their freedom, but that's okay.
Yeah, I think that was great, though. I mean, I don't know much about, well, I do pay attention to a lot of it, but as far as the percentages wise, that's great. They had no deaths. I'm like, huh,
Yeah.
it's coming along.
Now Michigan's going crazy with it. I don't know what's happening with Michigan. They don't even know right now why so many people are getting COVID in Michigan.
Oh yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know.
Here's a question for you, Brian. Back to the questions, the Q&As. Do you have the same power as books to change the world? Oh, sorry. Do movies
I don't know if I do, but
do movies have the same power as books to change the world?
oh, definitely. Maybe more. I mean, I don't know. There's some movies I've seen that have, well, it's weird, but Starman changed my world.
Really? Is that big deal,
It
huh?
was really weird. I'm watching that movie and
Hey, brother.
it got me.
Hey, you know what? It was worth the $4 then.
Yeah, it blew my mind. I couldn't believe it. I thought it'd be a fun little entertaining movie, but it was a deep love story.
Wow, you really got into that. Yeah, that's crazy.
I'm so happy for her character. I'm like, yes, she doesn't have her husband back, but she has the baby that'll be part of her husband and part the alien or whatever. He never had a name. They never had he's just Starman, but they never referred to him by a name.
Right. Well,
he had no name.
well,
He was like, he came down in spirit form or something. It was wild.
yeah. He took over that body. Yeah. That's why you have to watch Resident Alien. I'm telling you, it's a good show. Funny as all get out, and it's good. It's just like the Starman. It's almost as if the Starman had its own TV show.
Yeah.
That's really good. Yeah.
Both of those actors are still doing great. Jeff Bridges is like,
yeah,
awesome. And she's still doing some acting, and she's into knitting. I think she's close to 70. So,
like I said, the first time I watched it, when I was a kid, I thought, listen, he's not a very good actor, you know. Yep. But then it's an alien learning from like a bird and the movements and stuff, you know. And so then it makes sense, and he did really. It was a great show, you know. It's a great movie. I just didn't. I didn't connect those two when I first watched it the first time.
So. Yeah, and it became less pronounced as he developed. He became almost regular, but he was something. And all the rednecks trying to beat him up and stuff. That was pretty interesting, pretty fun.
Well, so we know Starman is very full and has the power to change your world. What books have you read that you think changed your world?
Well, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Probably Cannery Row by John Steinbeck.
Oh, yeah.
Mockingbird.
Yeah.
Oh, and there's one that nobody ever talks about. There's another book. I'll show you that book, actually. It's pretty good. But when I was in school, as they call it, college or whatever they're calling it now, it's called Escape from Freedom, and it's by Eric Fromm. And here's the cover right here. Looks like he made it with a Sharpie, but it was the concept is most Americans don't really want freedom because it comes at too high of a cost and it's not safe. So it was, I've always lived off that theory because people are saying their freedom's being taken away, but they really don't even want it. They just want certain freedoms. So it was a very controversial book, and we had a lot of interesting arguments in psych class. Escape from Freedom.
Well, I think I just got an interesting text a moment ago. That's cool. That's a cool book, by the way. I've never
Yeah.
watched it, but what psych class you watched it? You read it?
Yeah, that the guy was really into that book. He said, "Do you like freedom?" And everybody said yes. He goes, "No, you don't. I don't think you do." And then he would talk about it, and we had to read the book, and we're like, a lot of us just wanted to be taken care of. I kind of liked freedom, but I also realized I kind of liked having things handled too. So
Sure. Yeah. Well, I think I've read a Steinbeck story or two in the past. I never read Cannery Row or
yeah.
watched it even. I'll have to watch that. Is Cannery Row, what movie is that? Is that with
Nick Nolte was in that. I didn't watch the movie. Steinbeck, I got into him in some literature, philosophy or literature class, and I had to read that. And then I read a short story called Junius Maltby about a guy that hung out around the creek and he was kind of lazy, but everybody, the people that came to visit him were enchanted. It's like a really short story. It was pretty
yeah.
good. Oh, and
I
there's
think
one, yeah, Red Pony by Steinbeck too. Don't forget that.
the books that really changed my mind, my world, actually, I would say The Art of War, number one, probably. Well, the Bible, The Art of War. And then I mean, it's kind of a give me to say it's the Bible, but regardless of whatever's in difference, it changed the world. It changed everything about the way you make you think, And but The Art of War really did change my perceptions. I didn't believe on the way people think, and it's historically that's the way people think. It's just this is how you do marketing. This is how way you do war. This is the way you do life in general. It's kind of weird, but and then I think, yeah, definitely To Kill a Mockingbird is one of my favorite books of all time.
Oh
I
yeah.
know that Atticus Finch is my favorite character of all time. So I guess it's my favorite character of all time, my favorite book of all time. Then it probably affected my world. I mean, I know it did. It had to have. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Well,
And
I have another book that changed my world in a lot of ways, and for the good. But a lot of people don't like to talk about it. But it was Elaine Pagels, The Gnostic Gospels, and she talks about the gospels they found, the secret gospels that the leaders tried to destroy, but they found them in 1945 buried, and they're really good ones. Some really loving, beautiful stuff in there. Some different books of the Bible that got destroyed. So it's interesting, but it really freaks people out. So I don't really talk about it to a lot of people, but it's good. It gave me more faith in Christianity. It made me more of a Christian by reading it.
yeah, well, that's cool. I think it's wonderful that you actually, and you should be afraid to say that at all. That's great.
Nah,
You know, that's
a lot of love in there. In the book of Mary, finally Mary got her book, Mary Magdalene, I believe. I'd have to go back, but and the book of Thomas, and believe it or not, the book of Judas, which is actually really fascinating.
yeah. Well, yeah,
Yeah.
those are great. I know. I think anything in the Bible, if you haven't read it, I mean, the thing is, to me, with the Bible, you should read it throughout your whole life, right? But I'll tell you one thing about the Bible: it's almost like a treasure trove of information for me. And I say a treasure trove because I don't get into my treasure all the time. I leave it there, and then when I need something in my life, if I'm at a point of desperation, and I need not, you shouldn't have to be there at desperation point. But point is, if you're at a point of desperation in life, you're like looking for something, you're searching for something, right? If I'm ever searching for something, I can open that Bible. I swear to you, within the first 10 pages, I am finding exactly what I want. Anywhere in the Bible, doesn't matter where you just go. And there is a reference to something I'm dealing with, like spend this my lucky charm on things. and my treasure trove of information is like I find it in there. Matter of fact, or you can cheat and go. You can cheat and say, Google it and say, problems with blah, problems with my friend, Bible, boom, and I'll give you quotes, and there's so much in there. It's a guide for life. It's not a. I know that things have changed throughout the Bible, throughout the years. They've changed so much, taken things out, but there's a lot of references, and it's a guide. It's basically like a spiritual guide for life. I don't mean spiritual, but actual a way to. If you follow the principles of the Bible, I mean, you're not going to have a hard life. You know what I mean?
Well, and you'll never be overcharged when you buy a slave. So there you go. Because it talks about paying a fair price for slaves.
There you go.
That's important. I'm just kidding there. I mean, it does. But here's a book that I find. The book, The Gospel of Mary, Mary Magdalene. What is it? And this is I've had seen some people accepting it that are in Christian groups. So it's kind of interesting. They talk about it. They found this in 1896. So it's pretty interesting. It was written by the Gnostics. So they know it wasn't written by Mary, but they think it was written, how books were written by other people that knew her. So that's just pretty cool.
I just watched a show the other day. They found some more, and they were it was basically when the Christians, not the Christians, but the Catholics, remember, they refused to add these in the Bible. There's a whole bunch, a huge section of them and stuff.
Yeah,
it's just like the God, So you can't take everything, everything with if you have to take everything with a grain of salt, because God put out this a great force in the world that says, hey, here's some principles and guidelines, and then people do change them because they want to control.
Yeah. Well, Mary Magdalene actually asked Jesus a question that he refused to answer, and I think he made the right decision.
What question was?
Do these pants make me look fat? He said, I got to go. I'm going to walk.
I think that
I'm going to go walk on some water because I ain't going down that road.
Well, you know what? He was a smart man. So therefore,
very wise. Yeah.
If that was the Bible, that'd be pretty darn funny.
He's like, Peter, get in here. Get in here, Paul. We got problems.
Yes, exactly. And Mary said, yeah, no, Jesus, you don't, you don't deserve to live here anymore. But yeah, that's good stuff. And as far as movies go, what movies changed your life?
Well, of course, Starman, but Rocky. Rocky's a good one. Even that one, Pursuit of Happiness with Will Smith, where he's so down and out and he had his kid and he was going to make it no matter what. I love that one too. There's a lot of movies that.
You know what? Speaking of which, Will Smith, the movies that changed my life, actually. I mean, I've changed my life. I don't know about anything movies that have changed my life like that. I mean,
well, it changed them, maybe not, they changed them for the better, but like maybe for that day, they don't suddenly I became a, agnostic or something, but
right.
I didn't get into boxing, but I realized when you're down and out, the Rocky message is there, man.
Yeah, most definitely.
Some of us just want to go the distance, man, and try what we can and get up when we get knocked down. That's a great lesson.
You got to get up when you get knocked down. The goal in life is to get knocked down as many times as you can. And keep getting back up. That's the whole purpose of life. And I think people get stuck on that all the time. They're like, well, I'm down now. Well, that's the purpose. The purpose of life is to get knocked down so you can get back up, so you can become a better person. You can't become a better being of light or being of humanity if you don't get your ass back up.
Yeah, and there's a kind of a message they don't talk about in Rocky where he brought Adrian out of her shell. I mean, she was antisocial, and he did it with humor and silliness, and he was a good guy. She knew he was an honest man.
All right, exactly. Now, this movie here, actually, 7 pounds.
Yeah, that's
The
powerful.
Will Smith movie for me, yeah, was 7 pounds because if you're not familiar with it, folks, watch it. It's I don't know if it did that great in the theaters, but the concept of it. Now I'm a huge concept person, so, but the concept of you know, why you I mean, he gives up 7 pounds of his body type thing, literally, you know, 7
Yeah,
pounds.
organs, and
Well, organs. Well,
he figured out a way not to die or to die, but not kill those organs.
yeah.
That was amazing, and it was all caused by texting and driving, which is weird. That's why.
Which, yeah, considering
that's
nowadays
bizarre.
how many people are texting at the time. This was how year this was. What year was this? Huh? I don't know.
Was it about
Uh,
2012? Maybe I don't know. It was. It's a tough one. 7 pounds. Rosaria Dawson. She's funny as heck. I saw her on Conan.
I know she's in that Guide to Recognizing Your Saints. As a matter of fact,
Yeah. Well, Conan. She was on Conan, and he seemed
2008.
Yeah, okay. She was on Conan and he seemed like a love-struck teenager.
Oh yeah.
He was in love with her, but
Oh yeah, she's beautiful. I mean, she really is. She got a
funny
good
too. That's
smile
why
and funny.
he liked
Yeah.
her humor and her silliness.
Well, now Rotten Tomatoes over here only gives it 27%, and over here he's got 4 out of 5 stars for that.
Yeah.
So that's not bad. And you know, I don't know why Rotten Tomatoes gave it that rating, but often they are a type of genre all by itself, you know. And over here in Walmart area, it says 5 stars. So hey,
Wow.
it's all over the map on that one. You have to enjoy it or not, you know.
Yeah, you have to look at it yourself. It's got Barry Pepper in it, and anything
Yeah, Barry Pepper.
Pepper.
And Woody Harrelson.
Woody Carlson or Harrelson?
Harrelson.
Tucker Harrelson and Woody Carlson. I know who you mean. Woody from Cheers. Just say that.
Tucker Carlson. No,
Yeah, that would be.
I would not watch that movie.
Well, if he had got into acting instead of what he does, I would have watched him. But yeah, some of these guys would be better actors. Tucker's all right.
They are actors.
He could
100%.
play. He could play the
Can't be
jerk. He could play the jerk trying to stop the main character. You know,
They
like
can't be. They literally can't be that stupid. I mean, they are acting the whole time.
I think he gets money though. The money. I think they like.
Yeah,
that
but
money.
he's.
Yeah.
What is that?
Yeah. I know.
I'm like, good God, just his face just.
Yeah, it's too much. Hannity's too smug too. I was gonna say he doesn't need anything. He's just. I would watch Sean Hannity, and within 30 seconds at the gym, I wanted to go on a rampage of some kind, smashing things. I just couldn't stand
Oh, I know, because he's just, folks, I'm telling you, da, 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 da,
Yeah.
da. I'm like,
But he's a good actor too, though. I got to give him that.
yeah, well, he has to because he was playing both sides of the fence for the Trump thing. You know, he was talking to him every night before he goes to bed. Good night, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go.
Well, their love was
Good.
almost as good as the Starman. It was pretty
Right.
powerful.
I hate to leave you, but I really must go. Good night, Mr. President. Good night.
That wild thing happened. Trump got a lot of crap for this, but he actually said Biden made the right decision to pull out of Afghanistan, and it pissed off all his supporters. Like, what are you agreeing with Biden for? So I thought, wow, that was
This is my Ralph Lauren cup here. Ralph Lauren.
I think he alienated some people. He said, yeah, it was the right decision. He felt he should do it faster, but that's pretty wild to even approve of anything your opponent did.
Right. Yeah. Well, I think in particular, I hate Trump. So it doesn't matter. Sorry to say that, folks. I'm sorry. Thing is that
just get it down to extreme dislike. We can't have hate.
I have an extreme dislike. Yeah, there we go. I have an extreme dislike for Trump. But I've been following him since I was like 17 years old. So, anyways,
well, I had his Dakota ring. I bought the Trump Dakota ring in '87.
Right, there you go. Probably, yeah. Well, I went to Trump University and he ripped me off.
Yeah.
That's just something I probably would have done. And I even looked into it at one time. So there you go.
Yeah. Well, I'm not
I
a
did. I
fan.
literally did. I looked into Trump University and following the Trump real estate thing because I want to be a real estate agent
Yeah.
multiple times in my life. And it was kind of like, oh, and then like people would get robbed kind of out of their money. But
Yeah.
well, I'm thinking to myself at the time, I thought, well, shoot, of course they're not quite as doing as well as Donald Trump is. They just don't know what they're doing like he does, you know.
Yeah, but
Because he,
if you pay 35,000 for a cutout figure picture of Trump, that's basically all you get. Then probably you're not going to make it in business.
no, but if I had that cardboard cutout next to me in
That's
my
what they
office,
do. They offer that. That's your big thing.
yeah. I just I don't know. Point is that I was a fan of his, and then I realized he was a little more of a different person. So anyway, I won't go
Yeah.
there. I don't like to go there politically.
Well, yeah,
Not good.
I'm not a fan of his. I was just shocked he agreed with Biden. But my mom taught me a lesson when I was young about scams. She said that her brother saw a thing in a magazine, How to Become Rich Quick, right? So
Oh
he
yeah,
sends in $1 and he gets a thing back that says, "Catch suckers like you."
there you go. All
Yeah,
right.
there's a note that said, "Catch suckers like you. That's how you get rich."
Yeah.
And there's nothing he could do about it because it was true.
I think it's great.
Yeah, yeah, that was
I've done
really,
it too. I did it too. I think I did the same one, but I think I paid $2 for it. So there you go.
yeah. Well, I avoided it because she told me that early because I wanted to order stuff from the back of Boys Life magazine or comics or whatever, the
Yeah.
submarine and all that.
Well, yeah. I ordered the seahorses out of the back of the comic books.
I wanted
Seahorse,
to. I
and I
wanted to.
ordered these other monster like flippers or something. I can't remember they're supposed to flip. Oh, I really wanted. It's like $100. I didn't do it. Never had the money for it. But I wanted the levitating. There was like a tricycle, or not a tricycle, but like a big wheel, but it floated.
Oh yeah.
Supposedly floated. Remember that?
Yeah, that was pretty amazing. There was some amazing stuff out there.
What was that? I wish I'll have to buy a magazine to see if those comics, if those still ads are from the same ones in the back. They were always, those ads were always there for years and years and years, and it was cheap. I would like to actually go in my old comic books and look and see if I can order those products still. You know,
Yeah, well, they
I
had
know
us.
you can't.
They had this submarine that my dad wouldn't let me get it, and I'm like, why? He said it's a cardboard box, looks like it's not a real submarine. You're not going in the water with it.
About 2 seconds.
Yeah. But then again, it was the precursor to the cardboard regatta.
Well, there's the thing. Yeah, but here's the deal. If you have a submarine, it works. You get in the water and you go down.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the cardboard regatta added a lot of submarines in it, actually. They go out there about 10 seconds and they go down.
Yeah. Well, maybe the senator we got that does the tanks, I'd like to see him go next step submarine because he can do it. Yeah, he might even be able to. He was at the Willow Grove with that tank, and it looked like he might be going in. I don't know. So
no, the tank he has right there. That tank actually, he has two, I guess, in particular. The tank at Willow Grove goes out in the water, and it's a duck.
Oh, okay. So, and he can drive these on the street too, right?
The duck has tires for the street and tires for the water and the river. It's an amphibious creature. It's a fun one. I've got to drive it before. It's really pretty cool, you know.
Yeah, I think his next step should be submarine, and I really think he should eventually get like a fun center in this town for the kids. We can get in submarines and ride tanks, and it's like, whether he wins again or not, that's a great idea that he has some cool stuff he's playing with and having a little fun with it.
Well, I think that a fun center would be great. I'm not sure where you could do that at.
Yeah.
But for property wise, I mean,
Yeah.
I think that a great place to do it would be, I hate to say this, but where Video Update was on the corner of the 15th and next to the Shell station right there.
Yeah.
Where
or even the mall. But I don't know what they're doing with the mall, but
Yeah, I'm not quite certain either. Ask you should contact them and find that out because that would be a bad idea. I would not mind having a miniature golf place anywhere around here. So
yeah, I remember back in the day they had the Tualatin Aquatic Center became a big thing. I checked that out. Some of these aquatic centers and water parks. I don't know if those are still feasible, but like Raging Waters, remember that in San Dimas? You saw that probably in
No.
Encino Man. Encino Man went to Raging Waters.
No, but I do remember what place was it?
Raging Waters, it's the big one.
I know, but where's the name of the place? I mean, where's it at?
San Dimas, California, outside of
San
LA.
Dimas, California. San Dimas, California was in Bill and Ted's.
Oh, okay.
And
so they went there.
San Dimas Football High School Rules.
Is that where they were from? So that's
yeah, because that's what he says at the when the football guy, they have to do their speeches, and to pass, the football guy is talking, and then we'll do this, and then the agents came in and we appreciate him, and everybody else like asleep, and he's like, by the way, today's Friday, folks. San Dimas High School football rules. He screams it out, and everybody, yay! It's like dumbest thing in the world, but
so that's where they went to high school, San Dimas. So that's cool.
Yeah. Matter of fact, it may also be might be the same place for Lost Boys. I'm not sure. No, that's Lost Boys was in Santa. Oh shoot, where was Lost Boys done at? Santa Clara, I think it was, maybe Santa Alpo. I'm not quite sure.
I can't remember. I thought they were Bay Area, but I don't know. The Lost Boys. That's a pretty wild one too.
It is. It's a good one. The 80s stuff. But yeah, San Dimas High School is where they were at from Bill and Ted's, most definitely. But do you see where it was filmed at?
Well, yeah, I think it was filmed in San Dimas. They went to Raging Waters then, because there was a movie where somebody went to Raging Waters.
Yeah, that was Bill and Ted's. Remember they were.
That's cool.
With Napoleon.
Oh wow.
And Napoleon wouldn't get out of the hot tub or out of the Raging Waters, I think it was. Yeah, I thought it was kind of funny. Yeah, I've never been to Raging Waters, but
yeah, I've been there. It's pretty wild, man. They had surfing. It's just crazy.
Oh, the Lost Boys was about Santa Clara.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know Santa Clara. Yeah, that's more Bay Area. But I got to take a class of high school kids to Raging Waters. That was pretty cool. So I got paid to go to Raging Waters, and I will always take that job if it's offered.
Right. And San Dimas High School. Let's see here.
Yeah.
Movies. And where's that at? San Dimas.
That's outside of LA. I think to the east. I'm not sure exactly. It's you might take the 205 to the 5 to. Let me think. You go to the 134 to the 210 to the 2. I believe. I'm not sure. Something like that. To the 10, you head east.
Oh.
I believe. It's been a while. It's been 30 years, 35 years since I did that.
Well, there's San Dimas. A lot of movies are filmed there.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot. Wow. That's crazy. Yeah. But no, I think that we should have more in the west and up here in the Northwest. Most definitely.
Well, we need it here more than if it's got to be enclosed, but we need something like that here. We don't get the weather for year-round outdoors, but we could have an indoor thing.
Yeah, no, we could for sure. We could definitely do some stuff. Right now, you're making a zombie movie over at the mall. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, they are right now making.
It could be.
Yeah.
You know. I don't know why they wouldn't be able to. It's like.
We do have a lot of we have swimming available at the Y and at a couple of the schools. That's going to come back, I think. And we have a lot of basketball courts, and we have frisbee golf somewhere, I believe. And
Yeah, I
golf
want to
is
do some
fun.
frisbee golf. I would like to do some frisbee golf. So one thing I'm not doing as much exercise as I need to do. I found out the other day when I went and tried to do some more walking with down at Portland. I was walking my butt off, and I'm sure everybody else think it was nothing, but it took me a day to recover.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, San Dimas was also filmed with The Rock when it was. I can't remember what movie this was, but it was. Oh, San Andreas. That's what it was. San Andreas Falls, whatever that movie he made.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, San Andreas. Yeah, that was wild.
Yeah, no, I like San Andreas. Yeah, but you know what? Back to the show, folks, where the questions were hot and heavy. Okay. What was the last book that you read, Brian?
It was a Mike Hammer book. I got it behind me back here.
Your Hammer book about your penis?
Mike Hammer. the
Mike Hammer.
detective.
Okay. What was your favorite book as a child?
A book about Lou Gehrig my mom gave to me when I was 7.
Oh, that's sweet. Yeah, I think
she
mine was
wanted to-
probably like a.
Yeah, she said this is a humble man. He's a great man. So I read the book and it was good. And he didn't like
Where the
to
wild
miss
thing,
school.
where the wild things are, was pretty
Oh yeah.
big to me. Yeah. Where the wild things are is definitely probably the biggest one for me at the time.
Yeah.
What is the longest book you've ever read?
I'm not sure. It might have been oh yeah, I just read it. Actually, that's the last book I read.
Huh? What book is that?
It's called By Gaslight. It's 700 pages and has no quotation marks. It was a
Right.
good book, but hard to read. Took me about a month actually, but
Yeah.
hell of a story.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think the longest book I read may have been, and I don't remember, honestly, because like the Bible. How many pages is the Bible? I haven't read all the Bible
Oh, it's over 1,000.
from front to back. I haven't read it directly straight through like that. And I'm not gonna lie about that. He knows. But I have read. I think it was the Stand,
Oh
and
wow.
that's like pretty dang big. And there's two versions of that. One like 1,100 pages, one's 1,400 pages. So
Wow.
I think, yeah, it's crazy. But I need to watch the movie though. I'm interested. I'm interested in the movie Stand, newer version, and I'm not sure if that's out yet or not. But is it out yet? Do you know?
Not sure.
The new Stand. He needs to promote it better.
Newsstand. There's been 2 of them so far, I think. Or
Yeah,
has
2
there been
newer.
2?
Two newer ones, I think. Yeah.
There was one with Rob Lowe and Dauber. Dauber was in one of them.
Yeah, that's the first one, the original version of the movie, I think. In the 70s or 80s or 80s.
Yeah.
80s, yeah.
It was originally called The End Table. There you go.
Hey, how fast do you read?
Fairly fast, but I sometimes have to go back because it's like now was Jeff the brother or the cousin? I have to remember that stuff. Was he the guy that got killed, or was he? Yeah. Some books don't differentiate enough, so the characters aren't clear enough, and you have to go back.
I think I read kind of slow. I can read fast, but like you said, then you have to go back and
yeah.
So it's like, well, so I often read it as fast as I can and speak it, and I do talk fast. So I think that I can read decently fast, but in my head, I have to read it with the way it's supposed to be said. It's kind of like if I was reading it out loud, what do books and genres have to do with boom, boom? So I have to emphasize and do things correctly. It's like you're supposed to be like reading it, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So like this, I mean, if it's a question, where were you on the 24th of December? Yada, yada, yada. I don't just go, where were you? I mean, my head doesn't go, where were you? Where were you? Boom. It's not that fast. It literally says, I see the emphasis on things and just read it a little slower, I think.
Yeah.
You know, that's why it's often easier for me now to do the books on CD or audio books and so forth. You know.
Yeah, some of those are great, and when the author himself sometimes writes or reads them, they're pretty good.
How often do you go to the library, Brian? Normally, not
Nor,
pandemic.
nor, I'd say normally once or twice a month. You know,
Yeah.
I don't go that much, but
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to getting back into it. I don't even know if it's open right now.
Yeah. I don't know if it is or not. I like to go there. I would say about once a month, on average. Now, when I say on average, because I'll go there and I'll start borrowing their audiobooks and stuff, you know, and also I'll do a whole bunch of them, boom, 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 and then not pay them, not have them or not bring them back for a couple months, and then I'll pay. I swear I am the cornerstone of their business over there, because for the longest time everything I did was late, and I paid off all my dues every time, but it was like shit, man. I just get them on time, you know.
Yeah. Well, we got a great library over there in Longview. That's quite the archive. So
Yes. Yes. What book has changed one of your long held beliefs?
I can't think of any that have done that.
I do. For me, in particular, I mean, politically wise, I talk about not going into politics, but politically wise, I used to consider myself a conservative, for the most part on certain things, and then I read a book called Bush World by Maureen Dowd, I think it was called.
Oh, wow.
I think Maureen Dowd was, if I remember correctly, she was the publicist or the writer for the Bush legacy through the White House, and she lived there with them, you know, basically. And all of a sudden, she came out with this book, and it was, which that book basically now, if you've seen the movie Vice, called Vice with Dick Cheney, you've watched that movie, right?
Oh, no, but it's got Christian Bale. Yeah,
Christian Bale, yeah. So I think, and I don't know this, but when I watched that movie, I thought, oh my gosh, I thought this is just about to the T some of that book I read, because it literally changed my outlook on politics. It changed my outlook on America, because I thought, and I still think we are, you know, we can be that shining star on the hill, and we can be that beacon of the light for the world, but it doesn't mean that we are all the time.
Yeah.
And basically, when I don't even want to tell you, basically, I mean, it's like, that's why I changed my views from being a little bit right to a little bit left. And yeah, it's interesting. But you know, that's my only book I can think of that really changed my philosophies and the way I was thinking on things. You know, I would have never thought that the president would ever be a certain way, and he was.
Well, that escape from freedom changed my philosophy, because I realized most people don't want it after that, and I thought that's okay. So I get into less arguments, because I realize a lot of people are full of crap when they're saying that they want all this freedom, and my freedom's being threatened and all that. I'm like, nah, you can still watch your cable, and you got all the things you need. You're fine.
Right.
You don't want freedom. You don't want to have to fight for your meals every day and kill.
Well, they'll fight for their freedoms. They won't fight for your freedoms.
Yeah, they won't. Yeah. Well, they won't even fight for theirs, most people. So that's okay. I came out of that class thinking 80% of people are full of crap, and I think I'm one of them. So that was pretty good.
Yeah, well, I get that. I really do. It's weird, you know.
Oh, and I did realize too, nobody I went to school with ever, or anybody I've ever had an argument with on Facebook, has ever said these three words: I don't know. It's impossible for Americans.
Right. And my ex-wife. No, that's not true.
Well, no, people, I never hear that. Once in a while I do, and I'm like, whoa, he just said he doesn't know. That's amazing.
Oh, I had to teach people to say that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Over and over and again with my job in real estate and stuff before, and in business in general. Yeah, in business, really, the goal is to be the answer man for everyone else.
Yeah.
And it's so hard to answer the question, I don't know.
Yeah.
But you have to do it. And people will definitely believe in you, and they will come back to you over and over again. If you say those words, I don't know, but I'm going to find out and get right back to you.
Yeah.
Or, that's, I don't know, but I'm going to find out, whatever it is. I don't know is an honest, is an honest reply.
Yeah.
I'm going to find out can be the next reply.
Yeah.
Or I'm going to follow up on this right now. And as long as you do with somebody, it gives a validation for them that you actually aren't just spattering bullshit. Once somebody finds out that you're just blabbing your mouth, they don't want to talk to you anymore, really.
Yeah. Well, I've worked with people who said, I don't know, I'll get back to you. I like that. It's like, oh, good. You're going to research a little bit. We'll talk about it. That's
right.
Cool.
Yeah. Well,
gives me faith in the person. I go, oh.
Yeah, exactly. See, gives you faith. And I was well known for being the answer man with the company I worked for with Stuart Title when I worked there. And it was always, do I know all this shit? No, I do not know. But you know what? I know the guy. I have the guy or person or woman or whomever who knows the answer, and I'm going to find it out for you. And I'm going to, and often there's a little bit of a cheap method to that. You see, with my business in particular, my business was to create everybody else's business, right? Is to grow their business. So let's say I had an escrow officer named Danny, and I don't know, but instead of me saying I'm going to find out for you, I'm going to connect you with somebody who can. So then I would tell Danny, hey, this person needs this, contact them and tell them the answer, because what that does, that builds that relationship with them. You know what I mean? It's just totally all of a sudden now, inadvertently in their mind, they didn't even realize, but Danny just made a new client because I was saying, hey, you know what? I honestly don't care about the answer. That's my problem. There's so much to know in this world. I don't care. I don't want to know everything. I forget shit all the time. I want to know that my friend Brian knows how to do this and that I know Brian. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well,
the city
of Kelso, I must admit, they will say, I don't know. And here's Steve. He handles permits. Boom. You go to him and he knows. Yeah. It's awesome. They're fast about that.
Yep. But I believe that, if I think somebody needs to know who Brian is, I'll answer that question. I don't know. But you know what? Maybe if you contact Brian, this to build that relationship. I love relationship building. I love networking, and I do it my whole life. That's probably the best thing I'm probably good at, is building networks and or relationships and so forth. But I think that unless it comes to a pretty girl, then you got me there.
You do the funnel system. Get all the people's information and bring it down into one, and everybody meets each other and figures it out.
Yep. I was talking to was it you I was talking to the other day? I'm not quite certain, but my son, well, it was my son and you and somebody, I'm not sure.
Yeah, probably was me.
Probably was you. But the thing is that I if I go into a place of 5, 6 people, whatever, and the person getting roasted the whole friggin' time is me. So everybody's picking on Lonnie. Everybody's taking jokes about Lonnie, and I don't care. I'm fine with that, because you know what? Everybody's roasting somebody, and they have a common denominator there. That common denominator is me, which means that basically they're roasting me, but then again, I am the fire that brought them there. So
there you go.
I don't mind that. If I'm sitting in a campfire, if I'm in a fucking campfire, and everybody else around is roasting off of me, I'm okay with that. I'm like, that's fine. It makes me warm, And I feel that, if I'm the common ground for everybody, then more power to them, and I love being that fire, I guess, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Don't bother me at all. People are like, well, because I think my son was like, I can't let people roast on you. It's like, don't bother me. It's just sweat off my back. It's no big deal at all. But
Yeah, you should say to him, I can't believe you don't let him have a
I
little
know.
fun.
Yeah. I'm
I
like,
get sensitive sometimes, but I've had comedians do bits about how weird I am or silly or make fun of me, and it's hilarious. Skippy did
yeah,
10 minutes on me and how I'm messed up and weird.
because you are the centerpiece of that. He knows you, and
Yeah.
so he knew people there who knew you. He didn't. You don't have any. He had no common ground, but
Yeah.
but a lot of people know you. So he went there and utilized your. Do you understand? I mean, he's like, he's
Yeah.
just the way
He's like, what's with this guy? And he's pointing at me and making jokes the whole time. And I'm laughing like hell. It's cracking me up. I can't believe
make you feel stupid. But you know what? That's okay, because you're the one that got him there. You are that fire pit. You're
what
the
I
fire
liked
pit.
about it is I actually was paying him to be there and he's making fun of me. And I thought, this guy's awesome. I love Skippy. Yeah.
Yeah, no, but that's okay. And it's a friendly thing, and that's the way it is supposed to be. I mean, I have no problem if I walk into a room and everybody's roasting me. Just remember that you're the fire.
Yeah. Well,
Actually,
I first saw that guy, Skippy, Mark Price, in 1986, and he was just starting out and he really didn't have it together yet. But I was like so happy to see him.
I have to write that down in a book somewhere. That's cool, by the way. It'd be neat. Skippy, I got to meet him a couple times with you, I think. And
I talked to him a lot, and he thought he goes, you're a weird dude. I brought him into the studio. I go, here's my green room. He goes, I can't sit in here. I can't do this. What is this? What's going on? And then he had to sit out in the street. He goes, I can't sit here and wait for my show. This is weird. These things on the wall. What is this? Is this even is this an illegal studio? I go, yeah.
Yes, actually, it is. I make porn over here. Yeah.
He goes, I got to concentrate on my act. This is too much. And that's when he came up with all these jokes about me. There's something wrong with this guy.
Yeah, he's probably right, but you know what? I love you anyway, Ryan. I love you anyway. Oh, so I know that it's 8:02 actually.
Yeah, we're about done.
And I could go on, but you need to come over. But we don't need to. Actually, I kind of wouldn't mind you coming over here, and I've got the reason why. Well, we have the phone. I'll call you back in Tuesday. Well, yeah, that's something else. I'll call you back in just a minute here.
Yeah,
let's pound this out.
All right. I haven't won since Skippy
7
started
times.
his career.
Ready?
1, 2, 3. Dang. Wow. Okay.
That's 8.
I'm not going to make any investments or bets for a while.
That's 8. And I was ahead of you too, so I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna.
Yeah, I gotta get.
Okay, talk to you in a bit.
See ya.
Peace out, Girl Scout.